Life's a bit of a balancing act sometimes, isn't it? We're always trying to balance working hard, doing, being, achieving, and then sitting still, resting, recovering, building potential. This workout brings in a little bit of 3 different elements to help with restoring balance in your life. The first one being work hard, the second one being breathe, and the third one being stretch, so mobility. To score points for this workout, it's going to take you 45 minutes, broken into 3 15-minute sections. You score 150 points for completing each section. So it's not about getting the most amount of reps, it's just getting through the workout with good form at an intensity that's right for you. So let's talk about the work hard first 15 minutes. So once you've warmed yourself up, you're going to go into 30 bodyweight squats. Making sure the heels are flat on the ground, feet are flat on the ground, rock solid core, back nice and straight. Once you've done your 30 squats, you go into 20 each side bicycle. That's laying on your back, opposite elbow to knee, hands are behind the ears, not the head, and you're getting a good amount of rotation in your trunk. 20 each side of the bicycle. We then go into the last station, which is 10 push-ups, which can either be done as a full push-up or a knee push-up. For either option, we're making sure we've got a nice straight spine, the head isn't tucked, and it's not looking up either. It's nice and straight with the rest of the body, the rest of the spine. Rock solid core. If you can't do a push-up or you've got access to a band set up like this, you can do rows for 10 reps as an alternative. So 10 push-ups or 10 rows. You then go back to the squats, back to the bicycle, back to the push-ups or rows. Do as many rounds through non-stop for 15 minutes. Once you've done that, we then move to the breathe section. This section we're going to teach you 3 different what we call zone exercises, which is effectively a really slow, low intensity movement done in time with your breath, in order to promote a parasympathetic nervous system state dominance, i.e. putting you into a rest repair state. So I'll show you the 3 different movements, and it's going to be up to you to break them down however you want to. You may want to do 5 minutes of each one, but if you're really liking the first one, you could stay with it for the full 15 minutes. A breathing squat is the first one, and it looks like this. As I exhale, I do a very, technical malfunction. When I exhale, I do a very slow squat down. When I inhale, I slowly come up. Noticing I'm not going very deep down into the squat because I don't want it to be hard. There's a saying in Qigong, a Eastern moving meditation practice, that the slower you move, the more energy you build. The faster you move, the less energy you build. So the aim with this movement is to go really slow. And if you're comfortable where you're doing this, see if you can close your eyes while doing it. I'm not too fussed about where the hands go, specific technique. It's not as important with this. It's more about slow with the breath. The next one is an energy push. Soft knees. As I breathe in, I bring my hands towards me. As I breathe out, I push my hands away from me. As I breathe in, my hand comes towards me, and I may feel or think about or imagine breathing in positivity, positive energy. As I push away, I may think about breathing or pushing out stress, anxiety, pain, anger. Once again, if you feel like closing your eyes, you can do so. The last one is a wood chop. Breathe in as I lift my arms up and make my body tall. Breathe out as I lower my body down. Breathe in as I come up. and breathe out as I go down. Once we've done our 15 minutes of breathing or zone exercises, we then move into our stretch section. Now we've got 3 stretches for you today. The first one is going to be a nice long 3-minute hold hamstring stretch. Now we're going to do this one as both hammies at the same time. So that's the back of the thighs, leaning forward, keeping the back fairly straight until you feel a nice stretch through the hamstrings. And we're just going to sit here in this position for 3 minutes. That's the first stretch, getting the backs of the thighs. The second one, we're going to go into a pigeon stretch, which is good for stretching the glutes. So the way we set up with this one, get into an all-4 position. From there, we'll start by stretching the right side. So I'm going to bring my right knee up to the outside of my right hand, or sorry, just behind the right hand. I'm going to flick my right foot inwards, so the right foot to the right, to the left, and then I'm going to drive my rear heel and my rear knee backwards away from me. From here, if I need to, I can lower down to the ground slightly. So now I'm getting a really deep stretch through this right glute, and we'll hang out here for 3 minutes. Once that's done, we will then come up and go into the other side. The last one is a hip flexor stretch, the muscle at the front of our hips. We're going to come up onto one knee. So at this stage, in my setup here, I'm stretching the right side first. I'm going to tuck my tail, and what that means is I'm engaging my glute and drawing my groin up towards my belly button. So it's doing that with my pelvis. That will bring on the stretch through my hip flexor straight away. But then if I need to add a little bit more intensity to it, I'm just going to shift my hips forward and in the direction of the forward leg, just a fraction. That stretch is now on. I'm going to hold that for 3 minutes. Once I'm done, knock the other side out. Tuck the tail, upright, move forward if I need to, feel the stretch. Work hard, breathe, relax, and stretch. Enjoy your balancing act.